Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen, we're making some melt-in-your-mouth amazing cream cheese cookies. So let's get started. First off, we're gonna combine the dry ingredients, starting with 1 3/4 cups, that's 210 grams of all-purpose flour. Perfect. To puff things up, half a teaspoon of baking powder. And for some contrast, half a teaspoon of salt. These cookies are, I think, the easiest cookie you could make, and they're one of my all-time favorites. There's only one problem. They're a bit of an ugly duckling. They don't look beautiful, but their taste is so on point. I've actually made these many times to give out in cookie boxes, and I just have to explain, like, look, I know these don't look the best, but they taste incredible, and people actually agree. That's it for the dry ingredients, so my scale is done. I'm gonna grab a whisk. And we're gonna mix this up. Get that nice and distributed. Nicely whisked, set that aside, and now you're gonna grab either your hand mixer with a big bowl or your stand mixer with a paddle attachment. Into the bowl of my stand mixer, I'm adding 113 grams or half a cup of room temperature butter. This should be nice and soft, meaning you can press into it, it'll bend. And if it is not nice and soft, just go ahead and pop it into the microwave at 50% power in 10-second bursts. And to the butter, we're adding equal parts cream cheese. So that's 4 ounces or 113 grams or half a block. Okay, we're gonna pop our paddle attachment on. The cream cheese in these cookies adds such a nice, like, melt in your mouth texture. They're so tender and they have a little bit of a tang. They're not too sweet. It's like perfectly balanced. They're perfect on their own. We're gonna finish them off with like the lightest dusting of powdered sugar, but you could make a really like thin glaze for these just to finish them off and maybe top them with some sprinkles, just in case you wanna gussy them up. Once my butter and cream cheese are all mixed up, I'm gonna scrape the bowl down. You can see this mixed really beautifully. If either the butter or the cream cheese are too cold, it's gonna be a little problematic and you'll have some lumps. To my cream cheese, I'm adding 1 cup or 200 grams of granulated sugar. This will sweeten the cookies and also make them softer. Add that in. I'm gonna mix this on medium-high until it's light and fluffy. And you can give the bowl a scrape down if desired. After a few minutes, your mixture should be nice and light and fluffy. You can see I have a beautiful cloud and the texture is really light and frothy here. Now we can add 1 large room temperature egg in and 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Definitely scrape the bowl down here. And of course, if you love my videos, hit that subscribe button. There's 2 new recipes and shorts every week. All mixed up, and you can see how quickly this recipe comes together. It is so easy and good. I'm gonna dump the dry ingredients in now. Mix this until it's almost combined. So until most of the flour is gone, and then we'll just finish this off by hand. And I'm using the lowest setting. So this still looks a little shaggy, but that's okay. We're gonna finish it off with our spatula, but you just don't wanna overmix this. Part of the joy of this cookie, besides the flavor, is just the texture. It's so just like, it'll dissolve on your tongue in the most pleasant way. But that disappears with overmixing. Use your spatula to work that together and hunt and peck for any last little bits of flour that haven't been mixed in. All mixed up, we're gonna cover this up and refrigerate for at least an hour. You could make this overnight if you wanted to, honestly. Towards the end of your chill time, preheat your oven to 375 Fahrenheit so it's nice and hot, and grab 2 rimmed baking sheets lined with parchment paper. In you go. 1 hour of chill time later, we can scoop these out into roughly 2 tablespoon sized portions. So I'm gonna warn you that we're using just enough flour to hold this together, like the bare minimum. And as a result, this dough can be sticky, which means you'll use a little bit of water on your clean hands to roll these out. Otherwise, your hands will be very messy. Bloop. You're gonna repeat this process for all of the dough. Space your dough balls about 2 inches apart. They will spread. Technically, you don't have to roll these out. I understand if you don't like having your hands messy, but it just helps them look a little bit prettier and bake a little bit evener. Bake a little bit more evenly. Setting a good example for my 8-year-old boys. I love these with just vanilla, but you can add flavors to this. And one of the best ways to add flavors into a dough is with zest. So orange zest or lemon zest added towards the very beginning of the recipe. It would be so delicious. Like, I'm totally fine with these being vanilla, but if you wanted to try these out, like if this recipe becomes a favorite of yours and you just want to mix it up, I would add in the zest of an orange or the zest of a lemon and a half to the dough right with the butter at the very beginning. So good. I've rolled out all my dough and I'm gonna bake these one tray at a time, 375 for just about 10 minutes until the edges are just turning golden. I would actually start like keeping an eye on these towards 8 just in case your oven runs very hot. Into the oven you go. Once your cookies are cool, you can finish them off with a light dusting of powdered sugar, or you could make a simple glaze flavored with a vanilla, a fruit juice, even a dark rum. They'll all be delicious. Drizzled right on top, you could also add a drizzle of dark or white chocolate, or just enjoy them plain. Your cookies will keep at room temperature in a sealed container for 2 days, or you can freeze them for up to 2 months. I just like to pop them between layers of parchment paper so they don't stick together. And just like that, your delicious cream cheese cookies are ready to enjoy. Hey G, can I interest you in a cream cheese cookie?
Sure.
All right. 1, 2, let's give it a taste. Melt in your mouth, perfectly sweet with a tiny bit of tang. It's one of my favorite cookies and it's so easy to make. And if you like my videos,
Hit that subscribe button and check out Papa's Cookie playlist.
yeah. Thank you.